Puffy morning face fix.
Hi.
Hi, everyone, friends. Now, if, like myself and many people I know, get a puffy face in the morning, perhaps we've had a glass of wine in the evenings, and you wake up and your face is just puffy. Also, what I found as I've got into my late 40s, my face just seems to look more puffy in the mornings, and I don't know, I can't get rid of the puffiness. So we have Deborah here,
Hi.
Who is an expert in facial exercises, and Deborah is going to show us puffy morning face fix. So Deborah, over to you.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. Okay, so today is all about getting that puffiness out of your face. This is also a really, really great exercise as well if you've got acne, if you're struggling with breakouts, or your skin is just looking generally quite dull. This is a really nice way of clearing all of that out of your system. Now, just before we begin, I just want to remind you the lymphatic system sits just under the skin, so the movement we need is a very light, almost giving CPR to a butterfly, massaging a butterfly in a very slight stretching motion, because that stretching motion copies the way that the lymph flows through the body, so your body recognises what you're doing. So we're going to start off this morning just working on the bottom half of our face to start with, because what that does, it actually opens the main drainage channel that goes into the area just above our clavicle, and it will also act as a sort of suction which will start to really suck that excess puffy fluid out of our faces. So we're going to start off taking our hands above that bony part. You're going to feel that soft area just above that bony part of the clavicle, and we are going to gently pump down on that 10 times. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then we're going to move up just to almost slightly, sort of 2 or 3 inches above the side of our neck, and we're going to pump down there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're then going to take our hands and lay our hands at an angle across our neck like this. So our little finger is sitting just behind our ear. And just for your reference, this also stimulates what's called our vagus nerve. Very, very good at regulating your mood, helping you feel calm and happy. So this is a really lovely exercise to do as well. So you're going to put your fingers behind your ears, lay your hands on your neck, and once again, pump down for 10, very lightly, very slightly stretching the skin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you're going to take your fingers and very lightly from behind your ear, just stroke down to above your clavicles 5 times. 3, 4, 5, and then you're going to come up underneath your chin, and again very lightly sweep down the front of your neck a couple of times, and then up under your chin to the side of your neck and down. And that will really start opening up those channels, which is really important.
I can already feel drainage.
Brilliant.
Down here.
That's excellent, because what you should start to feel is you start swallowing, and that's really, really good, because that means the fluid's starting to move. Now I'm going to turn round just for a second, and I'm going to show you how to actually release your lymphatic system. So this is the lymphatic system that sits in the brain. And it's a really wonderful way of clearing brain fog, heaviness. It's a really nice thing to do as well. So I'm going to turn round. But before I do, thank you, Katie, making me look decent. If you actually bring your hands up from the back of your neck to the bottom of your skull, you might feel 2 knobbly bits. Can you feel those? Okay, so if you can feel those, put your index finger on those and then fan your hand out so it sits across the back of your head. Just like this.
Stand over here, Deborah, so people can see. That's it. Yeah, perfect.
Can you see that,
Kat?
Yeah. And then what you're going to do is just come across your head like that.
With one finger on the knobbly bit?
With one finger on the knobbly bit.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Well, that feels nice.
And we're going to do that about 10 or 20 times. And what you're doing, you're stimulating that fluid to come down from your head. And then what you're going to do, you're going to take your hands, put your hands on your shoulders with your elbows facing forwards. And you're just going to drop your elbows onto your chest while holding on to your shoulders. So you're going to do that 1 and up. Keep hold of your shoulders. 2, but don't grip them, it's just nice and light. And that's 3 and 4 and 5. And what that will have done, it will have moved the fluid from your brain down and into the drainage area above your clavicle. So that's a really nice way of brightening up your brain as well.
That has actually made me feel like tingly and refreshed.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. And it will do. All of a sudden, I feel brighter and lighter now.
Actually, not that I didn't feel very happy before, but it's given me a little bit of a dopamine hit.
Yeah, absolutely. Because, of course, you've stimulated your vagus nerve as well. So that will have made a huge difference, as well as clearing your lymphatic fluid out. Now we're going to move up onto the face. So what I'm going to ask you to do is actually make a V with your fingers, but 2 and 2. You're going to put 2 of those fingers behind your ear and 2 at the front of your ear. And very, very lightly, you're going to go up and down 10 times. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And what you're doing there, you're opening up the channels to drain your face. And when you've done that, you're just going to come down the side of your neck 5 times. So we're draining all the time. Okay? And then what we're going to do, we're going to take our hands and we're going to start at the corner of our mouth and we're going to very lightly push out to our ears. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going to move to the bridge of our nose and with our fingers again very lightly, we're going to sweep out to our temples. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going to go to our forehead and we're going to come down to our temples. So we're going to sweep down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're just going to sweep down the side of our faces in front of our ears, down the side of our neck to above our clavicles. And we're just going to do that a couple more times to start draining that fluid. Now what we're going to do, we're going to work on eye puffiness. So we're going to take our ring finger and place them on the sort of edge of the inside of our eyes. Can you feel that very slight indentation there, Katie?
Yeah.
And you're going to pump really lightly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you're going to take your finger as light as a feather underneath your eyebrows and underneath your eyes. And you're going to do that 5 times. And this, remember, is as light as a feather. You shouldn't be dragging the skin at all. So you can just feel that fluid just starting to move. And what you're doing, you're very gently moving it and removing it from your eye. And then you are placing it here, which is the drainage point for the eyes, with another 5 pumps. Okay, you can actually see that my eyebrows have raised a bit there. That is literally lymphatic fluid.
Wow.
Then we're just going to clear it from our cheek area and our under eye area to give us that lovely sculpted look. So we're going to take our ring finger, put it either side of our nose. We're going to take our middle finger, put it underneath our eye, and our index finger at the corner of our eye. And what we're going to do, and by the way, not in the soft tissue. This has got to be on the orbital bone of the eye. Okay, and we're going to pump for 10, again, really lightly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now what we're going to do, in a rolling motion, we're going to move from the corner of our nose down to the middle of our ear, because our lymphatic nodes and pathways for clearing our eyes run at an angle down to our ears. So take your hands, again, really lightly, starting at the bridge of your nose, and just roll down to the edge of your ears. And just do that 3 times. And once more. Okay. And then just to finish off, we're going to take our hands again at the top of our forehead. We're going to sweep down to our temples 3 times. We're going to sweep from the bridge of our nose out to the middle of our ears 3 times. We're going to sweep from the edge of our lips 3 times out to the bottom of our ears. We're going to sweep from the edge of our ears down 1, 2, 3. And then we are actually going to take the sides, the hands on the side of our neck, sweep down to just above the collarbone 3 times. And then we're actually going to take our hands underneath our chin and gently sweep down 3 times downwards and 3 times out to the side and down. 2 and 3, and we're just going to pump finally above our clavicles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you're done.
Oh.
Okay?
So good. Deborah, this feels like a little treat, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
It feels so good. Now, I have a question.
Yes.
Forgive my ignorance, but whenever I've tried to depuff my face, I always think the firmer I do it, the quicker I'm going to get results.
Yeah.
But you encourage to do everything really softly. But I'm like, oh, but will that make a difference?
Yes. So basically, you know, I said at the very beginning, the lymph system sits just underneath the skin.
Yes.
So if you massage your face, which is a wonderful thing to do, you're massaging your muscles, your connective tissue, your fascia, which is amazing for lifting everything.
Yeah.
However, puffiness, acne, dullness, you've just got to be as gentle as you can, because if you go too hard, you're going to bypass that lymphatic system completely. That very light stretching touch on the skin is what's going to clear that puffiness and give you that lovely bright complexion.
And for anyone that's watching this thinking, well, what is the lymphatic system? What is that?
So the lymphatic system neutralises any toxins in your body, and 2/3 of our lymphatics sit in the neck into the head, which is when you're ill, if you're hungover, if you're dehydrated, it really does show in your face, because you've got so many lymphatic nodes that are sitting there with lots of toxins sitting in them, essentially.
So is that why you said it's good for acne as well?
Absolutely, yeah. It will clear those really overburdened lymphatic nodes and clear out any purified lymph into your bloodstream so that your nodes can really work away at neutralising anything else that's in your face.
Amazing. Now, my other question, Deborah, is I will get a puffy face. I don't really drink much alcohol. I'm not a big drinker in that sense. But some mornings I'll wake up and I'll just be like, gosh, my face is so puffy. And I think, oh, I didn't eat a lot of salt. But as I've got older, my face just seems to be puffier in the mornings. Why is that?
I just think, actually, as we get older, things do slow down. Muscle neck tension is a huge contributor to lymphatic fluid buildup, because actually our lymph system, the main drainage point is at the side of the neck. So actually, one thing I would say, on top of the lymphatic release, do your neck releases before you go to bed and when you wake up in the morning.
And so your neck releases, just for anyone that hasn't seen this before, is...
Yeah, so basically what you do, your platysma muscle, which is the big thick muscle that sits here that interconnects below your clavicle and at your jaw, that's the main muscle. There are other muscles, but that's your main one. The way to lengthen it is actually standing with your hands together, one palm over the other, on the middle of your chest and then sit your fingers underneath that bony area either side. Press in and down and then bring your chin up. And you'll feel that stretch in your neck for a count of 10. And then if you bring your head off to an angle, keeping that pressure on your chest, you bring your chin backwards. And do that for a count of 10. And then always do this very gently. Don't ever throw your head back because you can really hurt your neck. Again, feel that stretch in the side of your neck. Keep your shoulders down while you're doing it and breathe and come back to the middle. That's a wonderful way of lengthening everything so your lymphatic system can flow better.
So should we do that before and in the morning?
Absolutely. Yeah. And if you can sleep on a pillow that gives your head a very slight angle, so you're not lying flat, you're lying at a slight angle, it will enable that whole lymphatic fluid to actually clear far more readily.
Oh, interesting. Deborah, amazing as ever. And talking about jawline, if anyone hasn't seen Deborah's facial exercises for a more sculptured jawline, comment jawline and we will send it to you because it's incredible and I've seen such big results of myself from doing it. So
great.
Thank you so much, Deborah.
It's a pleasure.
And thank you for watching, everyone.
Yes, thanks everyone.
And we'll see you soon for some more lives and some more tutorials. Bye.
Cheerio. Bye-bye.